Recording started.
Alright, in this one we're going to be talking about the area of triangles using some trigonometry. There are three different formulas for the area of a triangle. You can see them here on the slide. However, the thing to keep in mind is all you really need are two of the sides. Let's say like this side and this side, and the angle in between them. If you have that information, then you can find the area of a triangle. So let's talk about an example. Here's an example. I have two sides, B and C, 5.8 feet and 8.8 feet. And I have angle alpha, that's 40 degrees. Now, remember, we're going to draw ourselves out a nice triangle, which we're going to do every time. So if I call this angle alpha, so that's 40 degrees. Of course, this side would have to be A. Let's call this angle beta. I don't know what it is, but I know the side opposite that is 5.8 feet. And that would leave this side as gamma, which would make this side 8.8 feet. All right, running over to our formula, we're going to say the area of this triangle is equal to 1/2 times the two sides, so times 8.8 times 5.8 times the sine of the angle in between them, so the sine of 40 degrees. When I plug that into my calculator, I'll get, let's see, well, when I plug that into my calculator, I think I get 16.403998. So we'll round that off to 1/10. So I'll say this is 16.4. Now we were in feet, so this is feet squared, square feet. Okay? So our area of our triangle is 16.4 square feet. This only works, these formulas only work if you have two sides and the angle in between them. Now there is a different formula. Let me show you that one. Heron's or Hero's formula. And this works if all you know are the length of the sides. So again, if I draw a little triangle here, and then say this is side A, side B, and side C, that's all I have to know. I have to know those three sides, and the area is the square root of S times S minus A times S minus B times S minus C. But S is called the semi-perimeter. The semi-perimeter here is just half of the perimeter. Okay. Let's get a concrete example. So here we go. I have a triangle. Draw it out off the side here. I have 3, 4, and 6, so clearly it's not a right triangle. First things first, let's find the semi-perimeter. Remember, that's 1/2 of the sum of the sides, the perimeter. Okay? So the semi-perimeter turns out to be, well, let's see, half of 13, so I'm going to say that's 13/2. So now we can find the area. The area is the square root of S, that's 13/2, times S minus A, so 13/2 minus 3, times 13/2 minus 4 times 13/2 minus 6. So I do 13/2 minus each of the three sides. I'm going to take the square root of each one of those. And really, all I'm going to do is put that whole thing into my calculator. When I put that whole thing into my calculator, I get 5.372687. I think 7. Nope, that's a 2. 2, 2, something, something, something. So I'll say K is equal to 5.3. Oops. These were all in meters, weren't they? Meters, meters, meters. Okay, so my area has to be in meters squared. So again, 5.3 square meters is the area of this triangle based on just knowing the 3 sides. Okay? And the last thing to remember is, of course, for all trigonometry, this is what you need to remember. Godzilla loves trigonometry.